In this video, we're going to do the opposite of what we did last week. Last week we found 10, 100 and 1,000 more. Now we're going to find 10, 100 and 1,000 less. You need some key words that you're going to hear me using. Regroup, multiple and subtract. And we've used these words before, so you should be listening out for them. Okay, the first question says 2006 subtract 10. And a lot of children I see try and do a column subtraction for this. And really we should be thinking about how to do it mentally. So let's look at the place value counters to think about what's actually happening here. Okay, here I've got 2006 and I want to subtract 10. Well, there's nothing in the tens column, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to regroup. Well, I can't regroup anything from the hundreds because I don't have any, so I'm going to have to regroup from the thousands. So what I'll do is I'll regroup 1,000 for 10 hundreds. Put those in here, just sort them out to check that I do have 10, and you can see I do. Now I can regroup one of these hundreds for 10 tens. Check again that I have 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's why it's good to check. I had one too many. And so now what you've got is that I've got 1 in the thousands, 9 in the hundreds, and 10 in the tens. So now I can take away 1 10. So I found 10 less, and if we write this down, we can now see that I have 1,996. Okay, let's look at the next question then. My next question says, what is 100 less than 12,032? So, 10,000, 12,000, and 32. And I have to find 100 less. I have to find 100 less. Well, I don't have anything in the hundreds, so again, I'm going to have to regroup 1,000. So if I swap 1,000 for 10 hundreds, swap. I use the word swap then. What word should I be using? I should be using the word regroup. I should be regrouping every time. It's important that we use that. And so now I have 10 hundreds. I want to take away 100, which I can now do. And let's have a look what I now have. I now have 11,932. 11,932 is 100 less. Okay, final question. In this one, I'm going to be taking away a multiple of 1,000. But again, we can do this. We can do this mentally without having to use a column subtraction. So I've got 24,014. So, 2 tens of thousands, 4 thousands, 1 10, and 4 ones. Here we go. And I have to subtract 5,000. Well, I can start by subtracting 4 of these, but there won't be enough. So let's leave those 4 where they are for right now, and let's regroup to the 10,000 for 10 thousands. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me put these down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so now, if I think about this, if I subtract 5 of these, I'm going to be left with 9. So the answer to 24,014 subtract 5,000 is 19,014. In this video, I've shown you how we can mentally subtract 10, 100 and 1,000, and I've shown you what's going on with the place value counters. what you should be starting to do is picture mentally what's happening and not having to use the place value counters every time, just using them to check what you're doing.